All right, yo, we live. It's your boy, the coach, Remy Marcus, with my special guest, rapper, and my boy, Josh Elias. We live on the Nasty Truth YouTube podcast. You know, my YouTube show. Hey, we're going to bring y'all the real truth. This is going to be one of the hardest podcasts y'all seen. We getting going with it. Let's go. Josh, thank you for being on the show, man. You know, COVID times. I appreciate you being here. This is a long time in the making. We've been talking about this since the summer, but you know, COVID hemmed us up a little bit, but we ready to go. So, our first topic I want to get with you on is your rap career. Like, you could talk about, I want to hear a little bit about, you know, let the audience know your past, if you got anything going on in the present. I know you're kind of taking a step back, you're just on your grown man shit, but like, give people what's going on in the future, the past, and the present. Just let them know, my man.
Alright, so man, it's kind of hard to figure out where we start at, man. So some that seen me come up, man, y'all seen in the High Valley, like I've done a good bit of things. Like in my career, I'm actually happy where I'm at now, man. Like when I first started my career, I got to work with Bone Thugs and Harmony, got to open up for them.
That's big time.
You know what I mean? Got to meet Busy Bone, one of my idols, and just like my career, just like it took off fast. I think like right now, like I'm still like dealing with like I'm happy with the things that I've accomplished.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love to get back into it. Like presently right now, I'm just working on my grown man shit, like you said. But I went from opening up for Bone Thugs,
right,
to doing some shows with Fetty Wap, to perform or audition for American Idol.
Right.
I did some Netflix series, Mindhunter. I'm just happy where I'm at right now, man. Just like I can always like jump back into it when I want to, but right now,
course,
you know what I mean, just trying to get on my stuff right now.
Yeah. Well, so I feel you on that. So is there anything in the future they should be looking forward to out of your out of your rap career, your hip hop?
Honestly, like
artistry,
on the real, like right now, like musically, like I want to get back into it. Right now, I'm semi-retired, but like I have a whole project already wrote out, already like got the beats for it, already got it set. It's gonna be a project addressing mental health, right?
Okay.
And
that's big in this area, especially in Wheeling area, High Valley.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like the first song I want to come out with, like for the project, I want to be called "Voices in My Head."
Okay.
And it's gonna address like earlier this year, a lot of people seen it. A lot of people see it on Facebook, all over. Man, I went through a hard time earlier this year.
Right.
I was doing good
Personal
music.
life,
just came back. Corona just happened. Just got back into music, and as that happened, I got mixed up with the wrong stuff, man.
Yeah.
Ended up going to jail, going to the psych ward, all that. And now I'm just like trying to get my life back on track. And y'all see it, like I've got a job, good job now. You know what I mean? Got the car, got a place. And like I went from like hell earlier this year, and I'm gonna show like the things that I've been through. And if you guys have gone through anything bipolar, anything like that could lead you to
any type of mental
or whatever,
illness,
I'm here for you. So like I want to make a project to address all that and the things that I went through this year, and it's all gonna coming out in 2021.
That's real, man.
Yes,
that's real, man. And I'm helping promote it, man. I'm this PR guy, but nah, it's that's serious, man. That'll strike through with. That's not just a problem we have in America, but that'll strike through really in the High Valley and the Wheeling area. A lot of people are fighting, either opiate addiction and mental illness, or one of the two. You know what I mean? But a lot of them, it's combined. So that's good. You want to address those real life issues. That's real, man.
Right. It's like the High Valley, like we know, like there's a lot of people that go through a lot of stuff every day, and it's like I'm not here to dog on anybody. But I just want to show the people like you can actually pull through too. Like it's a way out as well. My Facebook just died, y'all just seen that. Good. But we're on
my Facebook, yeah.
There's gotta be projects. There's gotta be people out there to be leaders, man. It's good to make turn up music. It's good to make party music, but at the same time, we've got to address the problems that's going on in the High Valley.
Right.
We got certain leaders that can do that. Like we gotta address the issues of, you know what I mean, the fact that there's a big drug problem here. There's a big issue
Major.
with the steel mill shutting down, and like
Bad
now we're
economy.
trying to like build the area back up.
Yeah.
And the high valley artists, and we need to step up now, especially during this COVID stuff, especially going through a lot of depression that people are going through with like being stuck in the
Losing
house.
jobs, stuck in the house, yeah. Well, and that's big. You know, this area, the economy, it's been struggling for a while, and COVID hasn't helped. So I really think it's going to take young professionals like us to build this area back up. So that's our call to you guys. Do better. If you're our age, and even if you're in Pittsburgh, you're still close in the Wheeling, Pittsburgh area. That's our call to advocacy. It's about helping people too. It's not just about worrying about yourself and what you got going on. But okay, well, to spin it back to kind of your hip hop career, do you have like a favorite track, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always do another one. I think go live again. But like, and we're live on Instagram too, not just my YouTube and my Facebook. We were live on his Facebook for a little bit. Had some technical difficulties.
And get back on the space.
You want to charge your phone, whatever. But yeah, so basically, to go back to it while you're knocking that out, like, what would be your favorite track? And obviously, we met because a lot of y'all know I used to rap a little bit, you know. But we met through a friend of mine back in Weirton. We were doing some shows. We'll shout you out in a second. You know who you are.
We gotta get him back on it, man. We gotta get him back
I'm
in the studio,
semi-retired
man.
from the rap game too, man. But what would be your favorite track you did throughout your career, and then one of your favorite shows you knocked out?
Okay, so like the favorite track I have in mind, a lot of people love, and one of my personal favorites is Headstrong.
Okay.
The song that I did, Headstrong, is like one of my most lyrical tracks. At the same time, it was a video that like I was really passionate about. Like I came up with the creation of the video. It was if you look up on YouTube, my people kidnapped me, right? Threw me in the trunk. Took me to the studio, locked me in the studio. I had a rap.
That's
to
real,
get out
or
of the
that's a
studio.
song? Okay, yeah.
I had a rap to get out of the studio, and it was like I was trapped in there, and I had to work my way out by rapping and stuff. So it was a pretty cool concept, and it's like one of my favorite videos and songs I've done of all time. So if you guys want to check that out, check it out on my YouTube. It's called Headstrong.
Headstrong. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, if y'all want to check that out, go to YouTube. Fuck with it, man. Show love. That's what we about on here. But yeah, so basically, all right. So then, your favorite show you did? What do you think? Because you talked about the Busy Bone, which we got to shout out to my man Kenny in the DMV. Grew up with me, went to high school with me. Kenny, he's from the DMV. Biggest loves Bone Thugs. Like, I don't know if he's been to Cleveland yet, where they're from, but he's seen them perform like all over the DMV. It's crazy. Like that is his group, man, for real. But like, would it be that show, or what do you think? What do you think would be your like favorite show you did?
See, Bone Thugs was like one of the things like. When it's my idols, they always say you shouldn't meet your idols.
Right.
But I got to meet my idols within a year of me doing music and stuff. So it's kind of like I peaked at the beginning. I felt like, you know what, I can retire happy now that I met my idols and I got to actually perform with them.
Right.
That was actually awesome. But I would say my most favorite show, and it's probably something you wouldn't think of and a lot of people wouldn't think of, was when Ron Scott gave me the opportunity to be the host and the lead performer
Big shout outs to Big Ron. That's our guy.
at the Celebrate the Youth Fest.
Okay.
That was amazing. There was probably about 7,000 people there, and it was just like it was a good moment to know like seeing the kids like up there like perform like laughing and having a good time, having fun.
Yeah.
And then I got to lead the whole situation. It was a hot summer day. It was like I remember that year. It was like one of the hottest days of the year. It was about 102 outside. We was out there for about 7 hours straight, just having fun, partying, turning up. It was all clean, good fun.
That's
and
what you gotta
the kids
have,
and the
man.
families got to enjoy it.
They enjoy themselves.
So I would say that would be my favorite show.
Okay.
Yours is about dying too.
Oh shit! Yeah, we might need to hook this shit up too. Yeah. You got the iPhone charger? We can use that plug over there. Yeah, we don't We don't want anything to die out here.
My phone died already.
We got the extension cord over there. Sorry, we're not trying to have technical difficulties, but
We're working out the bugs right now. We're working out the
yeah.
issues.
Usually we just go straight through, but you know that's how.
Y'all actually
is
got
sometimes.
y'all actually missed the grassroots. Like, we
Yeah,
was
you
over
missed
here,
us setting it up, man.
setting
We
up
was
the poster and
we was
everything.
going hard, man. It's but you got probably an iPhone charger, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh shit! I need to go get mine. Do we need to do a part 2 on this thing?
I got an
No,
Android.
we'll be all right though. I got 20%. We'll be all right. But anyway, so
Plug it into your laptop?
yeah. So all right. So then my next thing, you knocked out the track and show. So we're gonna try to do this monthly, where we talk about different things going down in hip hop and what have you. So I'm sure a lot of y'all tuned in and saw this recently, but so basically we're gonna talk about how if y'all saw this recently, it was on the Verses, and that's a cool thing. Like if y'all don't check out Verses, man, that's something y'all really need to be checking out for real, because that's some cool stuff. It's pretty lit, and you know, it shows a lot of big time artists. So basically, the recent one was Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy. So we just want to hear what, like, basically we're gonna discuss that, and if you guys want to drop comments, drop it on my Facebook, his Instagram, even on my IG. We'll be promoting this on my YouTube. And again, you just look under Remy Marcus. That's how you find it, or search Nasty Truth. But Jay, so what you think? Like, I really enjoyed that Gucci and Young Jeezy verse. I thought it was cool. We don't have to let him spoil it for, you know, we don't want to spoil for him and tell him what happened at the end. But I thought that was cool. You know, them having beef for 15 years. What'd you think about it?
Man, so as being like a hip hop scholar, man, like, I actually knew like the backstory on it. I remember like, being like 15 years old,
Right.
and seeing like these two young rappers like
Yeah.
coming up out of the same area, you know, both represent Atlanta,
Yeah, both ATL guys, yeah.
and both like being on the same song, and seeing like two artists beef over a song that could have been equally shared between the two, but it was beefing over the name of it. Long story short, you know, Jeezy sent his some people out to
He
like
put that hit on him,
Gucci,
yeah, I remember
like, chain. It was a whole hit.
Crazy.
So it was like a really serious situation. So a lot of people that come from this generation may not have seen that, but we've seen it like younger
Different.
stuff, right?
Yeah, like we
that's what's going
saw.
on.
Yeah, these younger cats that are 22 didn't see that. They didn't see what we saw. With
So
that.
it was like Atlanta's like Tupac and Biggie, man. It's like seeing
real,
two
it really
artists
was.
like going head to head, and actually them still being alive, not like Tupac and Biggie are,
To tell it,
still being
yeah.
alive and be able to tell it. But it was like their people that got taken out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
15
That's
years
true.
later, seeing people, two artists that was going head to head, ready to take each other out,
Take each other out.
seeing them come together and actually be in the same room together
I
and
know,
do the
it's crazy.
verses was amazing. Like it was good. It was a good moment for hip hop, man.
It definitely was.
And
That's true.
I know some of y'all seen the moment that it was a moment of all moments when Gucci actually like performed a diss song talking about the dude that he took out that came after him for the chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Truth.
Right.
So a lot of people were like, is he really going to do that diss song or not? So when he,
He did it, too. That
he
was
did it, bro.
crazy.
He did that diss
Man,
song.
I
and
couldn't
was like,
believe
man,
that shit,
come
bro.
on, bro.
That shit was crazy.
And it's not even just like
Man.
a regular diss song. It's like, oh yeah, I'll
He
take
was going
that.
hard, bro.
He started
Yeah,
talking about
he
dudes,
really was.
like fam. He's talking
was
about the
going
dude
at
he
people.
took out, and on top of that, at the end of the diss song, he goes, "Yeah, I'm smoking on Pookie Loke's pack tonight."
Bro, I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, this dude is tripping.
And he goes, "If you send anybody else to me, I'll send them back to you the same way in a body bag." I was like, "Oh
And
man,
Jeezy didn't really hit back like he could have. I was impressed, you know. He didn't. Yeah.
He really
was
could've,
on his
though.
grown man shit. He could have roasted him and got at him, but he didn't. He tried to be cool about it. So I respect that from
Well,
Gucci.
we'll put out the question out there too. Do y'all think that Do y'all think that Jeezy was on some grown man shit, or do you think that he was on some like out of nowhere being on some preacher
Non-confrontational.
shit?
Yeah.
Because way I look at it, I can see both sides. Because Jeezy wasn't the one that had to hit out on him. It was Gucci.
That's true.
So Jeezy is, of course, gonna be more calm, cool, and collected about it.
Mm-hmm.
Gucci's the one that still had a vendetta, and I feel like he had to perform that song to get that off his chest. So, I'm not faulting either side.
Right.
I'm actually seeing, being open-minded about both sides. But, all in all, I told y'all, and I'm a big hip-hop purist.
He is,
and
for real.
big on, like, what is what and what's truth and what's not. Yes, Gucci may be a little bit realer. Not so much realer the fact that he took out somebody. Shooting a gun doesn't make you real.
No,
period.
Definitely doesn't. Yeah.
But the fact
That's
that he
true.
like put on so many people, you gotta look at it like this. Gucci done put on like people like Young Thug. He done put on like Waka Flocka.
That's true.
Nicki Minaj, like when she first started her career.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, you know what I mean? And really, who is Jeezy put on? That's what makes you real. You put on someone else and not
That's
just
true.
worry
And he
about
was
your own
affiliated
career.
with Yo Gotti. Gucci was. I mean, Jeezy did stuff with Yo Gotti too. But yeah, that's a good point. It's like people don't think about that. Gucci did kind of put. I mean, he had the whole Brick Squad. He had his whole group. He helped Waka, obviously Slim Thug, or not Slim Thug. What was his name? The one
Thug?
Slim Duncan. No, Slim
Yeah,
Duncan. R.I.P.
I forgot about Slim Duncan.
Slim Duncan. OJ the Juice Man. He put on that whole Brick Squad. Jeezy, I feel like remember he was in Bad Boy South. He tried to get some of those guys. Remember that was that song that really got him lit that Diddy promoted, P. Diddy. But that's a good point. That is a good point that you would think, because Jeezy always said, "Oh, I'm the motivational speaker." He was trying to help people, but when you look at it, it almost seems like Jeezy, to a certain degree, put more people onto the rap game and made more people money than Jeezy Gucci. Yeah, Gucci made people more money and put them on to the platform more than Jeezy. And you wouldn't think that. You would have thought it was the other way, because Gucci was so hood and just doing his thing, and Jeezy was the motivational. Oh, straight belligerent. Oh, he was wild. But here's the thing. That's the thing, though. The guys that know the roots, like me and you, and know where we're from, guys that are really from the hood, like they want to help their boys. They want to promote their people. So that's a good point as well. And yeah, that's something that but my other takeaway from that is, and we'll just go ahead and end it. But they went at it. The crowd, the people that were in the room really enjoyed it. They did a lot of both their tracks, but at the end they squashed the beef. You know how it is. And then they performed So Icy. I mean, like you said, that's a track they had disputed for 15 years. That's what set the whole beef up. And they said, fuck it, we gonna squash it. They performed the song. Then, at the end, Gucci said, hey, I appreciate you putting out the olive branch. I accept it, and let's move on. So to me, that's real hip hop, and that's gonna lead us into our next topic, which will probably be our last topic. Because, we don't want to go too long. I've had podcasts go 40, 50 minutes, and this first one, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to cap it at like a half hour. Shit, we're already on 18 minutes right now. But, I mean, on my YouTube, Facebook, it don't matter. It's a little longer, but who cares? But
we kind of cut it up a little bit, too.
Yeah. But, so basically, all right, so that's going to lead us into our next topic. So, all these YouTube rappers, all these young guys like Lil Vaughn, would you say Pop Smoke? I heard of him. I know about Vaughn a little more, obviously. But even some of the guys, like, look at obviously 6ix9ine and Lil Pump are like the same
Peep.
person. They've gotten trouble though. They're getting close to that. It's more of a gang culture. When we both saw hip hop after Tupac and Biggie passed away in the mid '90s, we were trying to move away from that. A lot of that gang culture, but it's like. Hold on.
Was there a spirit that just happened there?
I know. I heard a snap.
We just hear
7
We just have a spirit on the podcast,
7 Up. We heard
something just like I think
something popped. Yeah, it's
Is it Leroy?
It might be Leroy. I don't know.
Leroy might be popping up for the podcast, bro.
Next podcast, we did want to say that. I was gonna wait till the end, but we're gonna have his earn in, and we're gonna do. It'll be partly a tribute to my son. We all miss Leroy.
The spirit of Leroy.
13. Yeah, the spirit of Leroy is here. But
that's what we can name the next podcast.
Leroy.
The spirit of Leroy.
The spirit of Leroy. That's what we're gonna do, man.
Sir.
That's what we can do, man. I'm with it.
Tap in.
I'm with it. But yeah, definitely tap in and check us out. Fuck with us. But 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 I think Leroy's definitely with us. But what I was gonna say, so we're gonna lead into it. So basically, our thing now is leading into all these rappers that have passed away, and like I said, they were moving away. We're trying to move away from that gang culture in hip hop. But it's like you even what's the rapper that died? He died a couple. Yeah, XX. So he passed away. So I was saying it's a lot of guys, and there's other guys. Like, how do you feel about that? You know what I mean?
It's kind of a tough subject because, like, on one hand, I look at it like this. It's gonna go a little bit left field, y'all. You ready? So, coming up, we listen to rappers, right? And since we were young, we emulated and we looked up to these rappers as like our leaders and our like the people we looked up to, right? And then hearing their music throughout the years, you think that they're like they actually lived that life. They actually done the things that they rap about. And then you kind of find out that they went to a private school,
right?
Or they're just rapping about like their brother or their cousin's life.
It's not really their
rap
life.
about their life.
Right.
So nowadays you got these new, young, fresh new artists, right? And it's enticing because you see them, and now they rap about the same stuff that the people in the 90s rapped about.
Yep.
But they've actually lived that life, and it's not fake. So on one hand, you get to see the realness of hip hop, and it's not some fake stuff. But then it's almost like what Chappelle show when you say keeping it real.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
Hey, that's something we're gonna talk about one day because that was one of my favorite shows. Chappelle used to kill that, man.
Keeping it real goes wrong. It's just like one of those kind of instances. Like, yes, we finally got some real rappers, and yes, like these rappers are like rapping about what they actually done and lived it out. But it's sad
like
to see,
to a certain degree, yeah.
It's sad to see these rappers getting killed, especially at a young age. Like, I swear, in the last 2 years, the rappers I've gotten behind, like, I didn't get on that whole XXXTentacion wave. I was more of a Ski Mask fan. But the main, like, two artists, like, in the past, like, I'll say past year, 2 years, would be Pop Smoke and King Von. And it actually really troubled me, man. It's not even just like, I'm not just adding on to, I'm not trying to jump on their wave. I'm not trying to, like, jump on, like, the clout of them.
Right.
But, like, I honestly was shaken up about it because I would find these artists, right? And you know how it is out there. New school artists are kind of hard to decipher through because most of them just, like, mumble rappers or they just, like, auto-tune rappers or whatever the case may be.
I'm gonna wave at them on your people. Give them some
what up,
love.
y'all? Tap in, y'all.
Tap.
I know that the last
Is that
live ended.
Facebook?
Yeah, the last live had like it had 11 people.
Oh, Nate Armstrong's watching. That's my guy.
You know Nate Armstrong?
Yeah, you know Nate from South
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
Big
what's
Nate.
Good,
What's up?
What's good, Nate?
Oh, Raymond Prayer. That's
up,
Stormy's brother. And
hey.
I don't know Rachel Black. That's one of your people.
Yeah.
We had
a lot of people in the last one.
Can we see? We had a couple people on mine.
They
won't tell me who's on mine because it's on the laptop. That's all right.
Let's go ahead and add some more people in here.
Add them in, man. Let them know. But yeah, go on. I was gonna say with your point about about these, some of these rappers really following that gang culture too much. Like they're rapping about their life. It's too real though. That's the problem. Like.
So like I'll find these artists like I said, it's hard to decipher through like actually good artists, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'll get behind their music, I'll listen to them, I'll like check out their life, and then like 4 months later, it happened with Pop Smoke, and now it happened with King Von. Yep. 4 months after I find them, they get killed.
That's crazy.
Either gang violence or
something
whatever's going on in the streets that
Yeah.
we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on with them. Like it could be tied in some stuff that nobody knows.
Right.
But like just to see it happen with these young artists.
Sad,
like Pop Smoke was like what? I think he was like 19.
Man, all those dudes are no older than like 20, 21.
Yeah, King Von was like 24, 25. So it was like they're young and like for instance with Pop Smoke, he just did a song with Travis Scott and was getting ready to blow, gets killed. King Von. Dirk just did a song with Drake. King Von was like his whole he just put out an album. His first album, 2 weeks after that, he gets killed. And it's like, what's going on in hip hop now, man?
I know, man. It's crazy.
So, what advice would you give to him?
I was gonna jump in there. Like, my thing is, man, it's like, we both came from those type of neighborhoods, and it's like, Guys, yeah, I will say that because a lot of rappers coming up in the '90s, early 2000s, they weren't real. Like they were a lot of these guys, like you said, were from middle class families or went to a private school too long, whatever the situation, and were acting like they were so hood and about that life, but they really weren't. That's the problem. So it's like these guys are really about that life, but it's like they need to know when to step out of it. Even an artist, and everybody knows I'm a big Yo Gotti fan. Yo Gotti's as hood as they come from Memphis. You got to charge that, keep that charging. But like he even stepped out once he made it in the rap game. He stepped out, and he was like, he decided to be more professional. To do step in the rap game. So my advice is when these guys are making money, doing shows, traveling, being on their professional stuff, becoming mainstream artists. Even if they think they're not mainstream, but they're getting out there. These songs are blowing up, whether it's through social media and different avenues. They need to step out of that and realize, okay, that thug life, like, yeah, it looks cool on TV, but it's not real life. And that's even something as a coach. Like, I've coached high school, college. That's one thing. The jersey, we got the Team 304. We had it hanging in the back.
We had it hanging up.
It'd be my
I know y'all couldn't really
season
see it
coming
too
up in
good, but
it dropped. But technical difficulty.
let's go ahead and
Yeah, like we
National
started
Truth.
this, the grassroots Team 304, filed the
304.
nonprofit paperwork in the summer. But like, when I tell my
Repping
players,
304,
no matter
here we
what are
go.
the 3 levels I've coached. Obviously, I've been teaching 2 years. I encourage the students, but more my student athletes. It's like, that street life. It's not what it looks like on the internet and TV. It may look cool, but in reality, you're going to end up dead or in jail. So that's my advice to these up and coming artists, not just the guys that have already made it, but the guys that want to be like that, want to make it in the rap game. I'm not a big fan of YouTube rap, but I respect their hustle, but I think we need to get a little more lyrical back. All those guys need to be able to eat. It's like what it was one of Tupac's guys, Big Syke from Outlaws. He said that about 10 years ago. He said, I don't have a problem with Soulja Boy and those
Syke,
type of
man.
guys.
Yeah,
I know that
Big
name in a
Syke.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he said, the Soulja Boys, these guys that have these club bangers, they need to eat too. And that's the same thing with the YouTube rappers, but it's like we need to get a little more lyrical. But my advice is up and coming artists or guys that already made it, step out of the street life. Nothing positive is gonna come out of it. Be positive. Encourage people to step out of that, to go to college, get a degree, get a good job, help your family. Don't be in the streets, because being a dope boy, we all know this. It's only gonna land to those 2 things I basically said: death or jail. There's not much positivity coming out of it. So that's my advice, and I've seen it. I've seen a lot of guys go down that road. We just touched on it earlier, the opiate epidemic. We know a lot of people that have succumbed to that through ODs or just being in the game too long, going to jail, or still addicts, trying to get help. It's not a lifestyle. Even in the hood culture, I know the opiates don't affect as much, like addict wise, but there's still that death or incarceration is there, and I encourage people to stay out of it. And I hope these young rappers will learn from all these rappers passing away and falling off. They'll say, okay, we need to follow a different path, a more positive and professional path. That's my advice. But what were you saying, Jay?
That's like what happened like the last couple of years. I know it's not much better, but you remember when rappers went from talking about like bragging about like selling drugs, and now to like all these rappers nowadays are drug addicts and promoting it. Like I said,
so
lean.
weird.
I pop perks.
Yeah.
I do.
Even
I
Rick
smoke,
Ross
like,
was talking about
everybody.
Molly like
Yeah,
6 years ago. Like, and he's older cat. Like, what does he get out? But he's probably just doing it. I think it's culture.
Trying to like
he's
stay
trying
within the trends.
Yeah,
like, come
he's
on
trying
now,
to
man.
stay relevant. I don't
Show
think
what
he
that's
actually
at it.
does Molly all the time, but
That's like for what Future like. Okay, so like we're talking about that
yeah,
topic.
he had that Perk song, Molly Percocet, yeah.
And then right after that song came out, he was interviewed by I think Hot 97 or one or two.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out and said, they asked him, do you actually do the things that you talk about and you rap about and promote? Do you sip lean and do you pop perks? He's like, nah, I just do that for the people. Like I
It's
do
pop
that for turn
song.
music.
Yeah, he just
So
wants
it's
to
kind
make
of like
money.
but at the same time, it's kind of like he's promoting that, but he's not even really doing it himself.
He's not
He-
about that,
He wants
no.
to see everybody else like on it. Like
It's a mixed message, yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
it's
he's
like-
trying to. Well, he thinks he's just making money off what people are already doing, like promoting what's already going on. But it's like you said, especially these kids, they're influenced. They're easily impressionable, and influenced. So yeah, it's not a good idea. But Hey, so I was gonna say, there's a lot more new news in hip hop, and we'll be covering it.
Oh, yeah.
Jay, do you have anything else? Because we're gonna sign off here in a second. Do you have anything else? We're running out of time, or do you have anything else you want to let the people know?
Well, you already know that I gotta end this thing at least with a freestyle, man.
Get back semi-retired. Let's go. I'm with it.
I'm straight.
Hey,
when I do
we
hip
are
hop,
the
it's
Hot
straight
97.
hip hop. Right.
We're the Dub V. We're the Dub V, the West Virginia version, the Ohio Valley version of Hot 97. Go. You need an instrumental or anything?
We don't.
Jay?
I may not need an instrumental, but I do need this. I need y'all to make sure y'all tap in because
got to show some love, man.
This
Show some
podcast
support.
thing, man. Like Ohio Valley artists don't have a whole lot of opportunities to, get interviews, get out there, get the music played, blah blah blah. So, me and my man,
we're trying to show
talking,
you love, man.
We want to see y'all Ohio Valley artists on here getting interviews, getting things done. We'll actually research you. And we'll do our homework. You know what I mean? So
we'll help you with promotions. But the thing is, me and him are trying to do this with a guest or without a guest. Even if we're just talking about like what's going on in sports and hip hop, like we want to do this. This is going to be more consistent. Like instead of just sporadic podcasts I've been putting out like the last 2-3 years, we're going to do this like once a month. So go ahead and kill it with a freestyle. Oh, and we will give them one sports thing. Because we're going to be discussing that. But, hey, NBA's starting December. You got college basketball, West Virginia, and all the Division I teams start this Wednesday, the 25th. Obviously, NFL is playing right now. A little bit of college football is going down. So, everybody tune in. Hey, some people are stuck in the house, or even if you're going to, like, restaurants, at least you got something you can watch. So, check it out. Tap into it. It makes everybody happy and positive to watch sports, so enjoy that. But Jay, go ahead and take it away, man. Let's get it. You can use this slight instrumental in the background.
Y'all ain't know it.
Yeah.
OV, y'all ain't know it. All right. Okay. Jay.
Let's get it.
Like a cell phone. They call me Pharaoh. Man, I got that heat like Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
Feel it in your bone marrow. From here to Rio de Janeiro. Arrow in your brain head. Dead shot like Will Smith, Harley Quinn, make it bedrock. I'm a reverend who fell out of a heaven or hell. Can't tell, I just wish my haters well. Don't know about wish and abominable wealth. They kill with you, they ain't gonna squeal with you. Do dirt by you lonely. What they really deal with you. Man, I don't like this beat, man. Let's go ahead and cut that beat.
Cut it.
Cut that beat. Alright, hold up. Let me get something different. Hold up.
You need another beat or you just want to go acapella?
Acapella.
Alright, let's go. Kill it.
Go hard 365 days. So I can look back and say I did it my own way. For a year and no pay to play. Soldier like DeAndre Way on this day. I told you I can congregate the bathing apes, lion, tigers, bears, and I can tell. If you a fairy tale, 1 + 99, 100. Now add 266 one day, going harder and farther than this.
Yeah.
If I was offered this, I'm gonna keep a grand with you, stacking bodies, and I'm gonna keep a man with you. I can't stand with you or stand you. Saying wows and that shoe really fit you. Acting age, not the shoe size. A bigger jujitsu when I come with the suit eyes. Man.
Hey. All right, so we're going to sign off Facebook Live now and then sign off YouTube. We appreciate all y'all tapping in.
Thank you
I
guys
put the
for
link
tuning
in the Facebook. We'll put the link on his social medias too, but check out that on YouTube. Just search Remy Marcus or The Nasty Truth.
Nasty
the link
Truth,
is
baby.
everywhere, man. I got a journalism page on Facebook beside being in the Facebook bio. Even on my IG, just look under Coach Remy, REMI. Links in the bio there. We got it on Twitter. Everything. It's on his stuff. But check it out. We're going to make this more consistent. Let's get these views up, man. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Y'all are going to be home. Let's get 400 or 500 views in the first week. All right, hey, we appreciate y'all, ladies, fellas, everybody.
And make sure you check me out anywhere. Jay Elias 717.
Check his rap game out.
JAELIAS 717.
That's right.
Right now, we semi-retired. We're gonna
come back.
Make sure we help you guys. Y'all artists
get
out
promoted
there. Get
in
yourself
this area.
Get your brand up.
Yeah, and that's Remy Marcus, REMIMARKOS on YouTube. But hey, happy Thanksgiving. I'm sure he shares the same. Happy Turkey Day.
Yes, sir.
Have a good week. There you go.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you guys for checking us out. Love y'all all. Thank you again.